What you're about to see are some of the most astonishing views in the world, never mind the Alps, as I'm super excited to share with you our hike through the Dolomites. This was a 2-day hike on the famous Alta Via 1 trail, including one of Italy's most beautiful lakes, alongside a breathtaking perspective of the awe-inspiring mountain range. In this video, I'm going to show you picturesque valleys, towering rocky peaks, gorgeous golden sunsets, placid meadows, vibrant blue waters, and intimidating cliff faces. All the while, I'm going to guide you through the scenic hike we went on, with some tips and advice for if you're looking to embark on a similar adventure. My goal by the end of this video is to inspire you to come out here and visit the Dolomites yourself. Just for scope, this is only a very small section of the Dolomite mountain range. There's plenty more out there we never got to see, and we will 100% be going back for more. You are missing out if you don't come experience this place. And if you're interested in more content like this, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and head over to the channel where I share plenty of videos alike. Not even started the trail yet. Ricky already lost his walking poles. I think got a little wedding going on here. I think a lot of photo shoots happen here. It's due to be 35 degrees today. We've got the sun blasting on us right now. Really, really hot. Can't beat that view. Look at that. That's insane. They are daunting. They like hang over you. Look at that valley. That is amazing. So this is the sheer cliff face I just walked along. If you fall off the edge of that, you're gonna slide all the way down there. Yeah, apparently I look like a Street Fighter character with this headband. Street hiker, that's what it was. That's why I'm wearing this, because the sweat was going in my eyes. So cold. The nicest, icest cold water you'll find. We're about to head back into the sun and get melted like cheese. Oh yeah.
Well, do you want to bet that this is sewage runoff?
And Ricky's already rocking a horseshoe on his arm. Ready?
They got snow bunnies.
Snow bunnies. We're kind of well hidden down.
Quite hidden, aren't we?
Yeah. We've got a herd of cows coming in here, so we want to get out of there quite quickly. And we've got over 30 kilograms of luggage on our backs. So this here is probably the hardest part of the trail. Zigzag up this very steep edge. As you can see, it requires metal rope supports to help you up. But let's never do that again.
That is sad.
It's just, look at that. It's just flat and going down. Look at that. There's marmots everywhere. It's awesome. Hill of Burrows.
About another 250 meters in the morning.
World's longest.
World's longest.
Italian hiking trail. Refuge number 3. Refreshment. It's Friday the 13th, so this one's still shut. So, yeah. Your bridge looks like my bridge's hot little girlfriend.
Look at them. There's loads. We're made of sterner stuff, boys, aren't we?
We don't want to wash all of our sunscreen off because we're running out. Oh, look at that. Towering over us. We ascend back up into the mountains. I say 2-litre bottle of water was 20 cents. That's like 17p. Wear bug spray because there's these big ass mosquitoes. I am bitten all over. I've got bites all over my back. Everyone is telling us how crazy we are.
Everyone's like, what, you do another 40 kilometres today?
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll get that far today, but this is going to be the hardest day we'll have. So just for reference, we are driving into Italy here. We've just left Innsbruck, Austria. We're coming down through the north to the Dolomite mountain range. We're setting off on the Dolomites hike in the morning from Lago de Braise. This is where the Alta Via 1 trail starts, and we're going to be staying in a town very close by to it called Dobbiaco. This is a very beautiful town, as you can see, and if you're planning on doing something similar, you should definitely stay here. It's a great starting point. Alright, this is the Dolomites. This is where we are heading tomorrow morning. We're setting off up this trail. So try Try that €2 glass of wine, mate.
Yes, you heard that correctly. It is €2 for a glass of house red wine here, and it tastes amazing. It's not like the house red we get back here that's kind of average.
God bless Italy. So here the next morning, this is setting off to Lago di Braies, our start point for the hike and the Alta Via 1 trail. There is a bus stop in centre of town and a bus to Lago di Braies once an hour, I believe. And yeah, it's not long, it's like 5 to 10 minutes.
Oh, is that beautiful? Thanks.
Yeah, this is Lago di Braies, a very nice location. People, oh, a little chapel. They got a little wedding going on here. I think a lot of photo shoots happen here. The water's not as blue as it should be, but normally the water's very blue. Anyway, that's where we're going.
So Lago di Braies is a very popular destination as it's so beautiful. Now the water doesn't look that blue here, but trust me, you're about to see it go very blue in a few minutes if you keep watching. This famous lake is a popular spot for things like weddings, wedding photo shoots, or just photo shoots in general. You may have to queue up to get to certain viewpoints around the lake. We didn't bother, we just went to different parts around the lake and got our own shots anyway, but something to bear in mind, it can get very busy here if you come at the wrong time of day. So definitely worth noting that and coming here a bit earlier than the average crowd might.
All right, not even started the trail yet. Ricky already lost his walking poles and had to buy some.
They were carabined on. I can't see how they have come off and nothing else has come off. So
Must have happened on the bus when you were loading it.
Okay, so this is the start of the 2-day hike in the Dolomites. We're using the Alta Via 1 trail to do this. Let me just clarify that the Alta Via 1 trail is actually 75 miles and will take anything from 5 to 9 days to hike. We initially set off with the intention of doing the entire trail. However, one of us suffered an ankle injury on the second day, which meant that we had to bail. Nevertheless, not everyone who comes to the Dolomites wants to do the full Alta Via 1 trail. You can just do part of it like we are, as there are a few points on the trail where you can get back to a road, a town and a bus station to end the hike. You don't have to commit to the full trail, and this is a perfect example of this. More importantly, the scenery we did get to see and are going to show you from this hike is mind-blowing. 2 days hiking this trail is certainly not going to leave you deprived of the views you came for.
And that's about what we are. That's what we are about to walk up.
yeah.
Sick. Look at that clear blue water. It's so nice. And then here, look at those cliff faces. All right, we're near at the bottom. This is.
We also set off with the intention of wild camping as opposed to staying in the refugios, or they're like little hotels, which are scattered along the trail. I think there's 24 in total. Nevertheless, this is why we have so much on our backs, because we were wild camping. Now, wild camping is allowed on this trail. As long as you set your tents up after 8 p.m. and have them away before 8 a.m., and as long as you are out of sight from the refugios, it's fine. You're allowed to, despite what you may read on Google. And of course, leave no trace. Don't leave litter. Just make it look like you were never there.
It's fucking hot. Really, really hot. Damn. We're looking at 35 degrees today down in the town, wasn't it? So, still, you can't beat that view. Look at that. That's insane. You got the lake behind us, and Ricky somewhere in the distance. There he is. We're just enjoying a quick break in the shade because we're about to head back into the sun and get melted like cheese. Yeah, it'll be colder the higher we get as well. They are daunting. They like hang over you. It's so cool. We're about halfway up, I think. Yeah, it's a case of as soon as the sun goes behind the clouds, make the most of it and power on, because as soon as it comes out, it's just so hot. So yeah, any bits of shade you can make the most of while coming up here. It's back in the town we came from. It was due to be 35 degrees today.
So it's probably a good 30.
So it's probably about 30 degrees up here. We've got the sun blasting on us right now. What time is it? About 10:30? We've not even reached the peak of the day yet. That's why I'm wearing this, because the sweat was going in my eyes. This is fucking nuts. I'm so tired already. The trail isn't that steep, The problem is we've got over 30 kilograms of luggage on our backs. We've got our food, our clothes, our camping equipment. We've got cooking stuff. These bags are really heavy. So what we're going to do when we get to the top is we're going to cook a massive meal just to bring the weight down on this. Because the thing is, if you did this with just a day pack, it's not that hard a trail. It's not, like I say, it's not that steep. But with all this on your back, if you're wild camping out here, it's mad hard. I'm exhausted already. Well, that's how far we've come. That's the lake we started at, all the way down there. Over halfway up now, but whew. I believe we are heading up that there. It looks like a gorge of some sort. Well, from here, you can actually see someone on there already. So, found a nice little resting point here in the shade whilst I wait for the other two. This is nice and cool. Okay. So, you got a sheer drop here. Well, not sheer, but if you fell, you'd definitely slide all the way down. There's the lake. Sort of bench in a viewpoint. And we're about to continue up around this rock here. As you can see people hiking there in the distance. You can see Nigel and Ricky in the distance there. Oh, so this is the sheer cliff face we just walked. That I just walked along. You've got some woman there took ages to get across because she was scared, but yeah, you've got, as you can see, you've got the metal wire. I held that coming across just to be sure, because once you, if you fall off the edge of that, you're going to slide all the way down there and probably get very seriously injured. Yeah. Oh, it looks so small as you zoom out.
Just for context, as to the time of year we're hiking here, it's early June. I believe this is the 12th. You want to go around this time as that's when the refugios open, where you can eat lunch, dinner, top up on supplies, but it's also the end of spring, so you will be lucky enough to see the vibrant wildflowers that the Dolomites are renowned for.
Caught us up and Ricky's already rocking a horseshoe on his arm. Ready?
Oh, go on, boys.
This is the trail we're going to be going up there in the distance, and that should be near the top, hopefully. Oh yeah. Oh, that felt good. So there is actually still a little bit of snow left over from the winter here, right in the middle of here, which is so refreshing. I've just washed my hands in it and my face. All right, well, this looks like the hardest part of the trail now. You're gonna zigzag up this very steep edge over these boulders. You got a bit of rope there, you can see they're using to climb, so yeah, this bit is knackering. This is the last stretch now, and hopefully just over that top is a refugio. Right, so this here is probably the hardest part of the trail. This little last, we've got a quarter of the way to go. This little uphill bit out in the open. It's rough, but we're nearly there, not too far. Looking forward to a nice cold glass bottle of Coke when I get to the top, if they've got it. I hope so. And yeah.
This here is the most challenging part of the hike for sure. As you can see, it requires metal rope supports to help you up the climb, which you will need to use, especially if you have a heavy load on your back. This is a sheer cliff face, by the way.
that you're climbing up. There are some large steps to climb on here, as well as a lot of uneven ground, and it is quite dangerous. So watch your footing and definitely keep hold of the rope. It could save you from a nasty injury.
Oh, that's a nice breeze.
Yeah.
Not that bad,
Safe to say this trail isn't disabled friendly.
So this is not the top. After this cliff face, you still have a little bit further to go. There's another little steep part, not as challenging as that. But I just realised I don't have any footage of it. And that is quite simply because I was exhausted. I was so freaking tired, I just couldn't be bothered filming at the time. But once you have done that next little short climb, you will be at the top, and I have to say it is worth it. The views here are breathtaking, as you're about to see.
Oh, look at that view.
It's proper flat fucking ages.
Well, we've done the hardest part of the trail. That fucking sucked. Let's never do that again.
That did suck.
But you can see where the trail goes in the distance. It's just, look at that.
And the view.
It's just flat and going down for a fair, I think 10 kilometers. And there's the refugio where we have water. We're all out of water and we're very thirsty. So, right. So this is the first refugio you come to. It is closed. It's closed till the 14th, but apparently the next refugio is an hour away. We're going to go walk to that one after we've cooked and eaten. This place is selling water though, which is very handy because we all run out and we're so thirsty. I don't know what we'd have done if they weren't selling water. So €3.50 for a bottle, for a 1.5 litre bottle. Alright, we are on our way now to the second refugio. This is a nice easy bit of walk here. Looks like it's just going slowly downhill. This is actually a road we're on. This is how cars get to the first refugio. Yeah, it's about an hour's walk away, so let's see what nice scenery in the background there. That is where we are heading. Through fields, rocky fields.
So one of the best things about this trail is the fact that you do get some extended periods of flat walking, or at least very low incline, as well as downhill walking. It's pretty evenly discoursed between the three, but these flat walks are nice in the sense that you're not exhausted and you can actually take your time to enjoy the scenery and the epic mountain views a little bit more. Also, when you're walking these flatter parts of the trail, they're quite high in elevation, so you get a great scope of the Dolomite mountain range as a whole. As you can see from the footage, they go on for miles in the distance, and these views are great because it's a perspective of the mountains that you'll never get from the towns and the surrounding areas of the Dolomites. You'll only see the diversity and grandeur of some of these mountaintops from up here on the trail whilst you're on the mountains themselves.
So this second part of the trail between the first two refugios, I don't know, it's basically all these weird rocky bunny hills. That's not what they call it, that's what I'm calling them, but yeah, all of a sudden there's a nice breeze up here as well. I think coming in from whatever valley is coming up next, and I'm not complaining.
Well, do you want to bet that this is sewage runoff? Boys, is that nice?
Second refugio reached. Look at those flags. God bless Italia. This is more than nice. And this one's actually open so we can sit down, chill out with a drink. Oh, hello, Nigel. No, you looked like you was tired.
Hey?
You've got the sun, that's for sure.
I can feel I've caught the sun.
Yeah, it shows up on camera. Yeah, some of these animals we are hoping to maybe see at some point. Oh, they've got vipers up here.
Sorry. Vipers?
There's vipers.
Poison, surely.
There's the marmot. I think we'll see some marmots.
Look at that, like,
Oh, that's adorable.
no, that's
A nice ibex. I wouldn't mind seeing one of them.
Jack, they got snow bunnies.
Snow bunnies.
oh,
Sick.
They're not snow bunnies.
Arctic rabbits, not snow bunnies.
No, snow bunnies.
I like how they didn't advertise wolves and bears on that sign.
well, this is handy though.
Yeah.
No, well,
Some kind of Italian cake made of nuts and crumble. I don't know, looks well nice. And a nice cold Coke. Crap loads of sugar.
doing quite good now though.
This is the second refugio, it's called Scenic. Look at that view. That's cool, nice, really nice little refugio. These glass doors. Ready. Cute. Love it. I can see a marmot. There's the first marmot. There's a marmot in the...
So marmots are an animal that are native to the Dolomites. There's loads of them up here, and this field, after the second refugio, you are bound to see loads of them. They are burrowing everywhere up here, so if you're looking out for them, this is where to come.
There's marmots everywhere. It's awesome. Oh, they got this is their little hill of burrows. Cute. What I like is how everyone is telling us how crazy we are.
Everyone's like, what, you do another 40 kilometres today? That was rough, but we're made of sterner stuff, boys, aren't we?
Most people are saying that that's like
My
a
ankles are
video
made
we're
of
at.
glass.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll get that far today, but this is going to be the hardest day we'll have. So if we get even 20 done today, which I think we should, because 20 done is almost, is a very good start on the first day. Starting late, full backpacks, hardest bit.
Hottest day.
Yeah, hottest day.
Like we were late
Yeah.
20s, maybe possibly 30
Looked at
today.
it, felt in the 30s, man.
It's that could get, especially warm again tomorrow.
Yeah,
Hotter.
but we'll be higher up in elevation, so it won't be as hot, you know. We're about to go through that bit that we call the cooking pot, so that'll be nice.
Sounds fun.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Whoa, that's the size of that.
Thanks, man.
World's longest
Where's longest?
Italian hiking trail. We're about to head down into this nice looking forest. Yep.
And to Refugio Pederou.
Nigel is just getting cramps out of his system because he hasn't eaten enough salt. I can find you some salt if you want. Oh, this is gonna be sick.
5k here of downhill. It should be nice and easy. And then we got, a little bit of uphill then. We'll try and get through as much of that as we can. It goes uphill and then it tails off a little bit. And I want to get to that bit where it tails off.
Okay.
And then we've got another 250 meters in the morning to get to the top of the next peak.
Speaking of peaks. No, I'm joking. Yeah, apparently I look like a Street Fighter character with this headband. And the silverback gorilla top. I don't care. I think street hiker. That's what it was. Street hiker. I'll take it. Or anything to make this a little bit. But you know, the thing is, having this headband in all the videos, it goes well with the blue and the greens.
Yeah.
So,
So we're now making it down to the third refugio on the trail. This is one of my favourite parts of the walk. I found some of these views down the valley amazing, and you had all the alpine trees and
greenery. I'd just like to point out as well, when we say that the higher we were going in altitude, the cooler it would get, we were wrong. It didn't make a difference. It was still just as hot when we went higher up as it was if you were at the bottom. So don't think that it's going to be nice and cold up there. You might get the odd breeze here and there, but that's it.
Look at this.
Now we're approaching the third refugio already. Look at that. Just dropped my pole. Refugio number 3. Refreshment time.
Easy.
That is
One more.
beautiful place.
One more tonight.
So just heads up, if you do come to this third refugio, there's no Wi-Fi. You have to talk to each other, which is cool. Everyone was sat outside playing card games and whatnot. So, I mean, why would you want Wi-Fi when you're surrounded by this anyway? It's so beautiful. And we are heading back up the trail. Look at that valley. That is amazing. Where else are you going to see that? Woo!
Now this here was my favourite shot of the hike, looking down this valley. It reminded me a lot of when I went to Yosemite in California, but look at the stunning scenery there. The sun setting into the valley the way it was just jaw-dropping, and I can't recommend coming to this hike enough, because you may get lucky enough to see the same views that we did here.
So we're now descending again, going downhill. This is quite steep here, but this should hopefully take us to where we're going next. Golden sunset shining onto this cliff. Fuck. It's huge. And we are now approaching the 4th refugio, which you can see all the way down there, down these windy roads. Look at the sun.
So if you're going to do this hike, you may want to consider your footwear. There's some steep downhill sections like this, which I actually quite hurt my feet doing because I didn't have the right hiking boots. So I would personally recommend trail shoes. That's why this girl is overtaking me very quickly here. But yeah, don't forget the downhill parts are actually almost as hard as some of the uphill parts if you aren't wearing the correct footwear. So just bear that in mind. But coming up here, also another one of my favourite shots of the trip, and that is that sparkling golden sunset through the cliffs. Love it. It's just so good.
Alright, so this is the 4th refugio, which we are not going into. We're going to go find camp somewhere down the river before anyone else gets. There's a few nice spots it looks like, so we're going to go see what we can find out. We are reaching the end of day 1. We've set up a camp. It's quite close to a refugio, but we're kind of well hidden down.
We're quite hidden, aren't we? Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll be fine.
You can't see us from the road over here.
Yeah.
So I wanted to make sure you can't see us from the refugio. You can't even see us from the path going up.
Yeah.
So we're about as well hidden as you can get. You can see that from the road, can't you?
Yeah. We're just cooking some food now, but again, it's one of those things where you know, after 8 p.m, the sun's going down, you're kind of allowed to set up out in the wild. So
it's unspoken, isn't it? But
it's an unspoken rule.
Understood, I think. As long as you're not taking the piss.
Yeah, but we're not sat here getting drunk, making noise, causing a scene.
Come down. Let that refugio get a few beers, shall we? Like.
Alright, it's the morning of day 2. We've just got up. Got a quick coffee, packing up already. We've got a herd of cows coming in here. You probably hear the cowbells going off. So we want to get out of here quite quickly and set off as soon as we can. Nice sunrise, Foo. Today we get to watch the sunrise on a grateful universe. You know, look at that. Morning protocol, fill all your water up. Oh. When you're wild camping, you're usually going to top up your water first thing in the morning. This, or even if you're not wild camping, but I don't want another case of yesterday where I was basically too thirsty, dry mouth, and I ran out of water, so I'm doing 2 bottles here. Alright. Alright, we've started the second day trail. Sun is blazing. Wow, look at that.
Dolomites suck.
Alright, there's a refugio that we left from this morning. We're all the way up here. It's taken us about 20 minutes, half an hour. Look at that.
Breeze. That was a nice breeze. Oh, man, it is hot. Whew. I don't know where the others are. I'm miles behind. But I'm just cracking on. I want to get to that lake. I want to get nice cold mountain water. Alright, we're at this first upper incline bit, getting towards a lake where we're going to try and cool off. I've just seen, I think it's either a baby ibex or a female ibex, some kind of mountain goat. I want to see if I can get it again. We were being a bit too loud, so probably scared it off. We're about 2/3 of the way up this next climb. Just having a quick crash. Nice salted peanut snack. Eat your salty snacks. On a serious note, your body doesn't absorb water without salt and sugar, so if you are doing Alta Via one, make sure you have this kind of stuff. Otherwise, you just, yeah, it doesn't work. Oh, look at that, towering over us. As we ascend back up into the mountains, I say we, I'm on my own at the moment. But the way I like to do these hikes as well is, you know, just 10 to 15 minutes of proper churning it out, just grinding, smashing it, and then just, you know, take a little 3-4 minute break, have a swig of water, keep on top of it. That's the best way. It's in this kind of heat, at least. Yeah, it's boiling again. We're in the late 20 degrees here, so yeah, very hot, very sweaty. Well, I don't know where I am. I think this is the next refugio coming up here. We'll see what's around the corner. It's supposed to be a lake here, so yeah, a little bit further. I think this is a refugio that is not open yet. Not all of them are open. Most refugios open mid-June, so 14th, 15th. Today is the 13th. It's Friday the 13th. So
Yeah, but they'll all open up within this next week. But this one's still shut. So yeah, I think there's another one just over the hill here, so I'm gonna go check that out. But right now I'm waiting for Nigel and Ricky because yeah, they're back on the trail still. Look at this river, how clear that water is. Really, really pretty.
These butterflies, there's loads of them. That's so cool. Look at them, there's loads. Oh, that's so cool.
Well, we just tried to get into this, but it is way colder than it looks. That's near freezing, this water. It looks really nice, but yeah, I couldn't hold my feet in it for much more than 4 seconds. So, shame really, because I was hoping to have a bath. A water top up, and then on up the mountain to La Varela, which is supposed to be a big one, a decent one. This is only a small one, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's a little bit off.
Alright, okay, I don't know what the name is. This is the refugio here. And we're gonna head over to Fanes. That is the next one we're going to, which I think is only a kilometre up that way, so. Alright, we're gonna skip La Varela because it's off the track 2k and it essentially adds 4k to our hike, which we don't need right now because we're behind schedule. And yeah, Refugio de Fanes, we are here. I'm freaking starving, so we are having our first meal at a refugio. Oh yeah, look at that view.
Thanks.
Sick.
Thanks, mate. It's alright, isn't it?
I was talking about it. No, I'm joking. Yeah.
So at this point of the hike, we actually had a 2 hours rest in the shade. The reason being, it was just so hot. We didn't get an exact temperature, but we think it was roughly around the mid 30s. It was just too hot to hike, especially with all the gear we had on. So we found some shade and tried to rest for a bit. There's something you need to know about this trail. That is that it is a sun trap. So you can see from these shots here, there's no shade for ages. So if you are going when the weather is very hot, you must be prepared. Stay hydrated. Make sure if you do find an adequate spot of shade to make the most of it. You will want to cool down when you can. The last thing you want to do is faint or pass out up here or get heat stroke. So definitely bear that in mind.
Alright, we are coming past a lake up here, but we're just going to go on to the next one because it's only 20 minutes away and we don't want to wash all of our sunscreen off because we're running out and it's just too hot. It's not worth it. Well, I've had signal at some point. Yeah, I know, because every time I get signal, all my updates come through.
Oh, I've been turning my data off.
So you can see us here actually enjoying a little bit of the shade that we found on the trail. We were able to get a bit of data on our phone here. This is the thing as well, if you are worried about not having data or signal or being out of contact, you get it regularly up here in the Dolomites on the Alta Via 1 trail. There's only a few spots where you don't get a signal from what I remember. It's definitely useful to have, especially if you're using things like Google Maps or AllTrails to get around. Plus, you may know other people on the trail who you want to be able to stay in communication with.
We are heading down this valley right now. We've been walking for a while. Just a bit of a flat really, and going down a bit.
Oh, your bridge looks like my bridge's hot little girlfriend.
So this is the part where we start to come downhill and descend from the Dolomites. This is a very steep hill, it's a steep path, so this is where I struggled, by the way, with the footwear. My shoes just wrecked my feet doing this. Nevertheless, it's a very beautiful part of the walk. You're coming down the valley.
Alright, we are heading down into this town, I believe. Some of the nicest, icest cold water you'll find dripping down here. It is nice. Dolomite water. It's so cold.
So as this is towards the end of the trail, we find a campsite. You can pre-book if you want, but we were lucky enough to show up and just get a spot. They have a restaurant there, so you can eat at that as well if you want.
Alright, we're eating proper Italian pizza here. Yeah. Oh, it's delightful.
Now, although that is the end of the 2-day hike, there is more you can do. What we did, there was a bus stop right next to the campground, so we hopped on a bus and we went up to a place called Paso Valzarego. Not only is the bus journey up to this point really spectacular, I mean, some of the views we got from the bus were amazing, as you can see, but also when you get to the top, there's a really awesome little gift shop. You can get coffee, a bit of food.
Alright, this is Valzarego. You can get a cable car up to here, so if you look at the top of this, you can see the Refugio. It's like the highest point, one of the highest points of the Alta Via 1 trail in the Dolomites. We don't have time to go up it, unfortunately, because we have another bus to catch. But yeah, this is a pretty sick spot to stop. People running up here, motorcyclists, a really cool little shop. Are you enjoying your Coke, Maria?
I am. She's nice.
Anyone who knows me well knows I'm not really a shades person. I don't like wearing sunglasses, but it's so bright here, and it's going to get brighter because we're heading to Italy, so I've had to cave in and buy a pair. Ah, that's my new look. Wait. Aye. So one thing I can say about the Dolomites is
wear bug spray because there's these big ass mosquitoes up in the forested areas, and they're big. They're not like normal mosquitoes that are quite small. They're big and they're black, and yeah, I am bitten all over. I've got bites all over my back, which are really itchy, and bites all over my limbs. Yeah, it's not the end of the world, but just a little bit irritating. Something to bear. Alright, we're returning to the car after being away for a few days. And we're just wondering what it's going to smell like in there. All our
Spinning.
food.
It's been about 50 degrees in this car for days. Oh,
It's not too bad.
not bad. You know what?
Okay, I think we've done alright then.
Alright, we're finally getting some rain, I think.
Looks like it.
Looks like we're heading in the distance there.
The storm that we've had proclaimed for the last couple of days.
Yeah, this is one of the reasons Ricky wanted to bail the Dolomites, because pussy tits
I'd
here
like to
was
get on
scared of the rain.
I'd like
Wanna
to
get
get on
wet.
camera which two fucking essentially gave up.
I never gave up. I said I was going to give today a go.
You just technically didn't, but you did.
This 2-litre bottle of water was 20 cents. That's like 17p back home. That's nuts. So cheap. So cheap.
Alright, we've officially left the Dolomites. We're out the mountains and we are heading to Venice. Where we're going to camp outside. You can't just drive onto the island. You got to get a train on. So we're going to camp outside and then head in tomorrow.
So that was our 2-day Dolomite hike. I highly recommend it if you don't want to do the full Alta Via 1 trail. You get some great views from it, as you've seen. Next, we are heading to Venice. If you want to watch that vlog, it's coming next. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.